Hey everyone, TJ here with a Cold War starter guide basically for zombies, and we could do this for other modes, for zombies or multiplayer or whatever, for other games as well. But I figured, I haven't done one for a while, maybe do a refresher and give my opinion on like the best way to start zombies basically. Well, from the main menu here for Cold War, the best way I find zombies is I always hit down and left as much as I can until it stops, and then go 2 to the right, and if you can't go down after going 2 to the right, then you're on zombies. If you can go down twice, then you're on zombies. Basically, from the bottom left, go right twice, down twice is zombies, up twice is multiplayer. Generally, it'll be depending. So I'm gonna click on zombies. Now I'm in lobby. Basically, now I just pick a thing to search for or solo or whatever I want to do. Now from here, you go. I think it's R1 for default settings, but I have mine flipped, so for me it's R2. But I'm going to go R2 for my create a class, my loadout. Let me hit circle, because it didn't pop up. I hit circle, back out, and then do R2. And then here's my first loadout. You can tell based on what screen background you're hearing and what sound transition there is, that you can tell what you're on to a bigger extent. If you ever feel like you're lost in these menus, and this goes for multiplayer too, you just hit circle and you will eventually come back to the main lobby screen, so you can kind of get your bearings from there. So I'm going to go R2 or R1 depending on what you're doing. Click X on the first one, which will pull up all my custom classes slots. Click X on the first one, and then from here it's just a simple left, up, or down twice. Left, up, down twice. Basically what this does is your left is your main weapon, your up, or right I guess, it's a weird kind of little menu, is your attachments, and then the bottom one is your field upgrade. Basically field upgrade is your special thing. So for here I'm going to just put on the base XM4 with the base Frost Blast, which is your standard default thing for anybody just barely launching Cold War. Now from here I'm going to go back to the main lobby screen by hitting circle, and then I'm back on the main thing. Go down all the way, hold down with the D-pad or whatever, and that's your solo, and then you click X and then it pulls up a list. You can do OCR or text reading stuff and you can figure out what's here, but generally I think it's supposed to be Forsaken, the last DLC, Mauer der Toten, Outbreak, because there's 3 main Outbreak variants, then Firebase Z, then Die Maschine, I think. There might be one I'm missing, but yeah, we'll see, I guess. So, assuming things go well, I'm on Die Maschine. Now, the thing with zombies in Cold War is depending on what version of the game you're playing, PS4, PS5, which console you're on, you have different sound and other property like that. Generally, my best experience has been with the PS5 with 3D audio enabled and a Pulse headset. But any headset that supports 3D audio should be fine on PS5. Base PS4 should be fine. That's how strong Cold War sound design is even on base PS4, like, you can still do stuff, you can still play. Same with older CODs, like, you can go as far back as Black Ops 3 from 2015 or 2016 on a PS4 and still
arriving at Alpha site. You're cleared, strike team. You have your orders, strike team. Investigate the site. Contain the threat.
So basically how zombies works this time around in Cold War, it doesn't matter if you put bullets into a zombie or not, you have to get headshots on the knife kills to get points. So I'm just gonna headshot these guys. Now there's a trick that I've used since Black Ops 3 in zombies, so this has worked in every iteration of zombies I've tried, where if you crouch and then ADS and stand back up, you should be aligned to the head for headshots easily. It's hard. It is easy to do on low rounds, yes, but it is if you have fast fingers, you can kind of do this trick and like consistently get headshots even at higher rounds.
Am I right in saying this place was some sort of secret evil Nazi science
for those of you who are blind who may or not who may have remembered,
and now it's
I'm
happening.
just gonna turn my game down. I feel like it's loud. Hold on, let me turn it down.
The outbreaks we're encountering can be
Hopefully it's
traced
a bit
back
better.
here.
Hopefully.
Find a way in, team.
Anyway, so if you remember in Black Ops 4, we had like 4 different difficulties. We had 8 maps, or all these different things, and the custom mutations made zombies pretty good in Black Ops 4 for blind players. But we don't have any of that in Cold War. So in Cold War, your best friend is probably Outbreak if you want to get used to zombies and how it kind of operates generally. But round base is like pretty standard for zombies. So.
You are worm food now. They're dead.
So the first thing I recommend is this: is as you get used to zombies, you will start to get crystals. Especially if you were able to play the party and you guys can get decent rounds on round base or outbreak. You'll get crystals and you can upgrade stuff like passives and upgrades and stuff. And I think so, I don't care. Generally, I'd recommend melee as your first permanent option. Melee and Juggernog are your 2 upgrades you should invest crystals into. Just because they give really good benefits and really are just too good to not pass up. Or to not invest in, basically. Eventually, if you play enough and get enough rounds and stuff, you'll have everything maxed out. But for early upgrades, I'd suggest like melee, the melee weapons, weapon skills, Juggernaut Purge, and probably Frost Blast, because that is the like best beginner field upgrade. Now, basically, how field upgrades work in this game are like how special supers, whatever, in Black Ops 4 work. Basically, you get kills and they get charges, and then you use them and whatever. But Cold Wars are a lot more toned down,
On my waypoint.
in that they're not overpowered by any means, and they're a lot more tame and a more manageable, balanced, fair system. Where in Black Ops 4,
marked.
everything was just overpowered and it was kind of stupid and boring.
Enemy down.
Right here, I'm doing the crouch and stand up trick. I'm trying to.
Wall gun location tagged.
And that's the nice thing about the ping mechanic in this game is the ping will ping anything, and depending what it is, your character will comment on it. So like, I was looking at a wall gun and Sam commented, found a wall gun, which right here is the MP5, not the MP5K, but the MP5. The 5K is I think what Heckler Koch wearing it or something. My gun knowledge is very limited.
I have plans for you.
No, look, I'm a gun nut.
Marking waypoint coordinates.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab that MP5.
I suppose SMGs do have their place.
So here's the other thing that's cool about Cold War is in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 Zombies, we had weapon kits, right? So you get a gun, you rank it up, you get attachments for it. You kind of beef up your gun a bit without just straight up packing it or upgrading in game. But basically, weapon kits now in Cold War basically make it so you can have whatever attachment you want, and you can make it a mod or a blueprint so that you can apply that blueprint on any version of the gun you get. Because now in Cold War, the guns have like a rarity tier system. So you have red, green, blue, purple, orange, if I remember the order, right? So it's common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, right? And they basically do different things. So like if I spawn with an MP5, that's the base MP5, no damage, no extra damage multiplier, and no attachments. Or well, there will be attachments because I spawned with it. But if I buy that green MP5, which I just did, that'll be a 50% damage increase plus whatever attachments. But if I apply the mod, the custom MP5 I made, then it will have the attachments I wanted plus the extra 10% damage. The PlayStation assistant thing.
Move on my waypoint.
I'm on my last mag, so I swapped the MP5.
Marking waypoint coordinates. Move on my waypoint. Q. Point.
So I pull my flash blast because there's like no.
You rot. A single shot unleashes great destruction.
Let's go grab some jug and get more health. And the reason I'm describing what like the layout is because I already did a video where I described the layout for D-Machine. Ruthless efficiency. You guys are the last ones, right? So, see if I can't find that gallows.
Say my name. I dare you. Some right.
There we go.
I'll take this.
I'm playing my Gallo blueprint. If your blueprint, if it applies itself correctly, then you'll rechamber another
Move on
round
my
or
waypoint.
so.
Revenge tastes sweet. Target dropped. Your anger achieved nothing. Mine, however. I'm down. Are you watching this, Weaver?
Bonus points.
See, now because I went down, I gotta pick up Dirk again. I'm gonna keep my back to this door.
Enemy appears. I am far from finished.
Double points.
Okay.
Doors opening on their own.
Now, here's the other thing about Cold War that I mentioned, the rarity thing. Rarity is also dependent on like what round you're on. So, let's say like green MP5 is green up until round 6. Round 6 it changes to blue. So instead of 50% damage, it's like 100% or whatever. So it's like double damage. So that's the idea. Is like as the rounds go up, your box weapons, so random mystery buff weapons and wall guns, all upgrade to associate with whatever round you're on. So like, let's say. Okay, let's say it's like round 30 and your friend killed a last zombie and you spawn back in. You go around and grab the MP5. Now it's a epic or a legendary MP5. So now it has the maximum damage without pack-a-lunch. So it should, be able to help you survive or whatever. That's the idea. And your box gun could be any, like if you were to hit on like round 4, let's say if you find the box around 4, you could get as low as a green or maybe even a blue. And that's basically how the damage works. Like, if you get lucky and get a blue, let's say you get a blue of 16 from the box, all you're set up for to like round 15 or 20 without anything. All you need then is just get your gun perks. So that's the other thing as well as rarity. You have to worry about wall gun and box luck basically.
It's not even a bit ominous.
This is Omega Group's doing. They came here and deactivated a long-dead Nazi experiment. Gray, thoughts?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Even though their necrosis is quite progressed, it would seem these creatures were once human. We should really get the power on before we make any assumptions.
This is wrong. See how no effort is wasted? Confirming here.
Yeah, I gotta start turning the road. Yeah, that's the basic. What's depends. Anyway, so the basic idea of Cold War is you spawn in with whatever gun you want, the upgrade you want, with attachment setups, of course, and as you level up your guns, you can put up whatever setup you want and save it as a blueprint, and from there you can apply that to any rarity, any pack-a-punch. So, let's say you're playing Outbreak and you spawn in on wave 3 or 4, World Tier 4, and you spawn with a purple MP5 or XM4 or whatever, and you find a pack-a-punch. Boom! Now you have a pack-a-punch level 4 or purple XM or whatever with level 1 pack. Because you have to worry about different pack levels, weapon rarity levels, both tie into damage. And then your survivability in this game is dictated by your perks and armor, basically, because your base health is not high. Well, it's high because your base health itself is fine. It's the zombies. As the zombies go up in the rounds, they do more and more damage. So, like, if you were to go from round 1 to round 10, I think it's like 4 or 5 hits before you go down. And then from round 10 up, it's like 3 or 2 hits. If you don't have Juggernog. If you have Juggernog with like level 3 Juggernog for the max health it gives, then it puts you back into like 3 or 4 hits. But then like at 20 or 30, like that's the idea, is like the zombies' damage and speed scales with the round, so you need to keep up your damage, armor, toughness, whatever, with like perks and attachments and rarity and all these other systems. So it does add a lot of mechanics and depth, but it is a lot of fun. And like I said, I think Cold War Zombies is the easiest zombies to play as far as like mechanics goes, because there's like a myriad of systems that will save you from a down or a death or a game over. The hard part about zombies for blind people in Cold War is the aggression of zombies. Zombies generally are faster and more aggressive in this version than like Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4, but that is supposed to depend on the map. Like in BO3, the maps were created in such a way where on like round 1 under Eisendrache, the last zombie could be a runner, whereas the last zombie on the Giant, for example, wouldn't be a runner. Like maps gave uniqueness to even the zombies themselves, like not just the maps. But as far as Cold War goes, it's probably the most playable and accessible for zombies and multiplayer, and if you guys would like, I can give a summary on how the multiplayer works as well in another video. And I don't know, like, because Black Ops 4 is a close second to this, as far as like sound design and like how detailed the sound design and sound engine are. But there's also like Black Ops 4 is its own kind of zombies. Like people look at COD in general as like, oh, it's copy paste. It's really not. Yes, it is the same engine generally, because everything feels cohesive and consistent. But there's minutia and little details in each different game, right? It's the same idea for fighting games. Fighting games, generally, for 2D and 3D, like, it's the same principles. You have your fundamentals, you have your core attributes, your movement, whatever. Same idea for COD and shooters in general. Like, saying Black Ops 2 is the same as Modern Warfare 2 is, like, completely missing the point and not correct at all. So, like I said, if you had any insight, or if this video helped you understand how zombies works from a blind perspective in Cold War, feel free to leave a comment, let me know what you thought. Don't forget to leave a like and share and subscribe, as all of those actions greatly increase the likelihood of this video being pushed out and recommended to others, because it's all about clicks and interactions on YouTube now. So there's that. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, and I do have a Twitter and Discord linked in the About Me section on this channel. So if you guys would like, you guys can go see that and join the Discord and follow on Twitch. Thanks again for watching, and my next bigger discussion in this video should be a retrospective on something in Black Ops 3, either that or maybe a more detailed discussion for Cold War and COD in general on how to play it blind. So just depends on what you guys want to see. So I'll see you guys next time.